Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, grab a seat. Come on in and hit that light, hit that light. Oh, you're Aunt Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. Grab a seat, prop your feet. Let's sip some tea, sip that tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. Sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. She holds the throne, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Come on in now. Auntie Mickey's house. Oh, Auntie's house. You're in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat, yeah, yeah. Come on in and hit that like, don't forget now. Auntie Mickey's house. She can roast with a smile, drop wisdom too. Break down the headlines, bring it straight to you. Straight to you, baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Grown talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house, make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice. Respect the vibe, let's share the word. Oh, yeah. From the jokes to the prayers, she keeps it real. Keeps it real. Auntie Mickey's house, that's the deal. That's the deal, baby. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. Oh yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. Known in the house. You know you're in the house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat. Come on in and hit the light. Hit the light, hit the light. You're at Auntie Mickey's. Yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie Mickey's house. It's Auntie Mickey's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house. You're in her house. You know you're in her house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat, come on in and hit that light. Hit that light. Oh, you're at Auntie Mickey's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Auntie's house. Auntie's house. Auntie's house. Grab a seat, drop your feet, let's sip some tea. Sip that tea. Entertainment, news, and spirituality. From the culture to the fun, Auntie sets the tone. Sets the tone. With a laugh and a truth, she holds the throne. She holds the throne, yeah. Auntie's house. Oh, Auntie's house. You know you're in a house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat, yeah. Come on in and hit that light. Hit that light. Don't forget. She can roast with a smile, drop wisdom too. Break down the headlines, bring it straight to you. Straight to you, baby. Community strong, conversation grown. Don't talk, baby. Auntie Mickey's house, make yourself at home, yeah. Come together, every voice is heard. Every voice, respect the vibe, let's share the word. To the press, she keeps it real. Keeps it real, keeps it real. That's the deal, that's the deal, baby. Yeah, yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. Auntie's house, oh yeah. Auntie Mickey's house. You know you're in a house. Come on in and grab a seat. Grab a seat, come on in hit the light on your way to Auntie Mickey's. Yeah. Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie Mickey's house, Auntie Mickey's house. Ooh.
What day is this? Happy Monday. I done lost track of time. I done lost track of my days. Let's just put it like that. Because there's been so much excitement going on up in here. How's everybody doing? It's so good to see everybody here. Let me go on down the road. Let me go on down the road from the top to the bottom. Let's see, Barbara Weaver, as usual. Barbara is first in the house. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Kendra. How are you? Hello, my love. I see you. Don't work too hard tonight. Smokey's in the house. Hey, sweetie. How are you? Cece's here. Hello, Cece. Oh, yeah. Put on your seatbelts. That's all I'm going to say. Put on your seatbelts. Yes, sir. Let me see who else. Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Donna. And there's Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Diane, how are you, love? Let's see. Going on down the list. Mr. Phillips, hello, my love. How are you? Desire and Fire up in here. Mr. Magnificent is in the house. Ain't seen you in a long time. Ever since we were doing games on Friday nights. I'm glad you made it. I'm so glad you made it. Hello. Let's see who else. Camille is here. Hi, Camille. Juanita. Hello, Juanita. Oh, wow. Chandra. Hello. Hello, Melody. There's Dawn. Hello, Dawn. And last but not least, my brother dear Charles Spears. So good to see you this evening. Just to let y'all know, if you saw the description in the title of this live, our guest speaker tonight, or our guest panelist, will be none other than our favorite brother, Charles Spears. Oh, so good. I'm so glad to see you. Hello, India. Hello, Nina. Yes, you do miss game night, don't you, Magnificent? We're going to start it up again. We're going to do it again. So I tell you what, I'm not going to put up too many, I'm not going to drag this out. I ain't going to drag this out. We're going to get into this as soon as possible. So let me drop the link. Yes, sir. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for Brother Charles. Here we go. Okay, brother dear. Can't wait to see you up here, because we got some things to talk about tonight. We got some holes to fill up that have yet to be filled. Because I figure, hey, the cat's out the bag now. Everything is out there on the table. Now it just takes for some kind of, something to make sense of it all. I know you guys saw Danny's live last night, and Danny blew the roof off the mofo. Here we go. Hello, Charles. How are you?
What's going on?
How are you doing? Let me turn this music down so I can hear you better. It gets to be a little loud at times. It's glad to see you tonight, Charles. You looking fly as usual.
Just chilling.
Just chilling. Chilling like a villain, huh?
Always.
Yes, sir. So, Oh, hi, Lisa Howard. How are you? I didn't see you. And Nadine, hello, 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 everybody. I don't want to miss everybody, but we got some things we need to get into. And so, just for those that don't know, that didn't watch, uh, welcome, it's T. Welcome for the first time. Thank you. You guys hit the like button before we do anything else. Please hit the like button. I don't think so. I can't design fire Danny's page if possible. I don't. All I know is it was last night's live. That's all I can tell you. But I can't jump off here right now. I'm not that well advanced in this. I ain't ashamed to tell it. I am not ashamed to tell it. Hello, Billionaires Cove. How are you, sweetie? But if there's another mod in the house that could possibly grab that and pin it in the chat, hey, that's cool. That's cool. For those of you who didn't happen to see Dani Robertson's live last night, she blew the roof off the mofo. And I'm just here to add a little bit more context to what was blown off the mofo last night. Okay. And I brought Brother Charles up here. Thank you, Desire. I hope you understand. I brought Brother Charles up here because Mr. Charles has had contact with Mia as well. And I'm going to let him tell what he wants to discuss. But before I get into that, as you guys probably, if you haven't seen last night's live of Dani Robertson, Dani Robertson basically was able to connect Quiet Storm's assistant. We'll just call her an assistant, even though she wasn't a paid employee of any kind. But they were definitely connected, and she was working on his behalf. Actually, she was playing a few little games that I didn't too much appreciate after I found out, after the fact. There was some little shenanigans going on behind the scenes, one of which was Maggie. So let's make that make sense. So there was definitely a connection between Mia. Mia's who we will call her, because that's what she chose to be identified as. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ink. She was definitely connected and working with Madgie. And the reason we know that is because, number one, Madgie had actually said so on one of her lives previously. I didn't know, but she did say so. And that lady dropped Maggie's lawsuit in my lap back in June of this year. Matter of fact, it was June 27th, if I'm not mistaken, as well as Dani Robertson. Just to give you some context as to what we're looking at. So, the bottom line is that Maggie was working with the op, which was Quiet Storm, be it directly or indirectly. Now, I wouldn't think that he would personally interact with her one-on-one, considering that he didn't like her either. However, she was the weakest link. See, Maggie's the type of person that she will throw aside whatever so-called morals she has to do what she wants to do. And what does she want to do? She wants to take down Dani Robertson. That's it in a nutshell. She wants to take down Dani Robertson, and it's obvious that she will go to whatever lengths possible to do so. Okay? You get that part? So, the very individual that she's been dragging me about, oh, you stood by this man, you stood by the essayer, and look, you've been working with him on the back end. And I've been saying this for like the last month and a half. And now all the pieces are starting to fall into place. But there are still more pieces to come. little bit more context to add to everything. Hello, Jess. How are you? I wish you weren't working late. I'd pull you up here too, because you had conversation with Mia as well. So, unfortunately, um, I got Charles up here though. Charles is, hey, he's up here ready to go. And if you happen to get off in the near future while we're still live, if you want to jump up here on the panel, you can tell the panel, you can tell the chat everything that you witnessed and experienced with Mia. Okay? Let's just say that she has definitely. Oh, she said, "Oh Lord, that little lying ass." But it's true. She turned out to be pretty foul in the end. I hate to say it. So, what I want to do is I want to give you guys some context, because we were dealing with an individual that had some issues. And when I say that, I'm talking about Quiet Storm. Okay. And Brother Charles here, who is also a veteran, 100% disabled, was able to pretty much talk the brother down from his pity party he was on, which, in retrospect, it was all part of the game. He was always running a game, and that was part of his game. So I'm going to attempt to play this audio. Pray for me. Let me share. I gotta share the screen. Okay. And I'm wondering, do I have to... Let me see. I think I can play this. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to try to play this without it being out there on the platform, because I just want to play the audio. And I'm turning down this music. So this is just a brief little audio that I want y'all to hear. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear this. Hold on a second. Mr. Charles Spears.
How's everybody doing?
All right.
Doing wonderful.
Hey, Tony, let me talk to you for a second. All right.
Okay.
I feel you. I really feel you. As a veteran with PTSD, and I'm listening to you. And when that anger comes and that PTSD combines, it's time. It's time. Even if you come back or what. But it's nothing to play with. And I see your anger because I got PTSD too. Parents, I'll be 67 years old this year, and I know what you're going through because I watch the blogs on how they attack you. And then just like you said, when they start calling the VA, because I seen it do it, that ain't to be played with. Calling the police. So, me personally, I love you, but I think you're making a great decision.
So let me.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there because I wanted to give y'all some context as what we were dealing with at that particular time. Okay, we were dealing with a man who was playing games, but at that moment, it appeared as though he was, what would you say, Charles?
Damn, I don't know what I could call it. Playing games. This is what he was doing. He was setting it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he couldn't stand me that much, because I knew the inside. He couldn't get too much behind me, even though I fell for a lot. But I knew, I don't play games. Mm-hmm. But when you start talking about veterans, I retired from the VA, and I'm a veteran. So it wasn't too much you can pull over my eyes.
Right. So would you say, because this is, in retrospect, this is my honest opinion. And I'm just giving my opinion. I don't have no receipts to say otherwise. But I personally believe that Mia was sent your way.
Oh yeah, I'll tell them about it in a minute.
So,
Oh, that was pre what do you call it? Premeditated.
premeditated, absolutely. And just to give a little bit more context to those who don't know how Mia entered this whole situation. After I cut loose from Quiet Storm, I got a phone call within maybe a day or two, literally within a day or two, from the date that I publicly did it on, I want to say on Paperwork's platform. I might be wrong. It might have been when I did it on my own, but they were pretty much back to back. And I got a phone call at about 7 a.m. And it was a lady that I had never met in my life who identified herself as Mia. And she indicated to me that Mia stood for missing in action. And she disclosed to me that she was the individual who was doing all of Quiet Storm's research. She was purchasing the documentation because, you know, when you buy court documents and whatnot, you got to pay for that stuff. And she came to me in a context of being like the disgruntled woman or woman scorned, because she indicated to me that they were in somewhat of a kind of a feeling each other out for a relationship kind of thing. So it was, it was kind of okay. But, this is how she came to me. The very first day I met her and she tracked me down. She told me quite a bit of stuff that she also, ironically, shared with Charles as well. One of which was that she used to work for the Jackson family. Yes, she used to work for the Jackson family. She also used to work for Marvin Gaye's family. Am I right, Charles?
For who was that said she was real close to one of them, Otis Williams.
Otis Williams, okay.
She said she was real close with Otis
from
Williams.
the Temptations.
It's a whole bunch.
She didn't tell me that one, but she
Yeah,
did send me the picture. Yeah, she sent me.
Run it down. It was crazy.
She sent me a picture of her and Joe Jackson, and she sent me a picture of her and Katherine Jackson along with Michael Jackson's daughter. And I don't know if you got those same pictures, but this was her. Them. Oh, okay. But she sent them to you, though.
Oh, yeah. I got more. Yeah. I got more to talk about. Bodyguards.
I know. I know. But just to let everybody know, because there was a lot going on behind the scenes. Jess said she's full of it. Yeah, Jess had her piece of her, too. She had her piece of her, too. So, and just let me know when you're ready to come up, and I'll pull you up here, too. But the way that she actually introduced herself, which I felt it was kind of odd, because when Charles shared it with me how they met, it was the exact same thing that she presented to me, and that was that she was a person that looked for, people that have money out there that they can claim, that's unclaimed money. That was her first off hook. That was the hook. And she told me I had some money out there, and, I never really even checked into it. And I'll let Charles tell you his part. But there's a lot of similarities in the way I met her and the way Charles met her. But the thing that sparked me as a red flag, just prior to the lawsuit dropping in my lap, is she didn't want Charles to tell me that they were talking. And that was odd to me. Very odd to me. So, of course, she did help me out a lot on how to retrieve documents to use in my live streams and stuff like that. So she was very helpful in that aspect. But it's what she was doing behind my back that was fucked up. Jess said it again, that sneaky shit. Jess, are you still working? Let me know if you're still working. If you're still working, I'll just keep an eye out for you for if you want to come up here. Because you got your little story to tell too. Okay. Well, I'll just keep an eye open, and when you're ready, just say so in the chat, and I'll catch it. So, that's pretty much my take on everything. She came off as the disgruntled woman, the woman scorned, but she also sent me a bunch of emails that she sent to YouTube on his behalf. That was a red flag. And all of these things are taking place literally maybe 2 days apart from each other. As a matter of fact, I want to say, I might be wrong, but I want to say that the day that she sent me that lawsuit is the same day she dropped the emails on me that she sent to YouTube, basically advocating for Tony. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. If you're pissed off with this man or whatever, why are you still advocating for him? Which was yet another red flag. No, she's not only advocating, she's working with him. She's working with him. So, again, I can't stress that enough that she was playing a game and the game caught up with her. There's one other thing I wanted to point out, and it just slipped my mind. It'll come back to me. So, Charles, I'm going to give you the floor so you can tell your story.
All right. Hey, how's everybody doing in the chat? First of all, to give you a little backstory of how all this, how I fit into all of this. Before I even met Auntie Mickey, I was on GG, the Messy Sweet Spot platform. That's where I met Tony at. And I would go at it with him on her platform. I would go at him. She would tell him, "Don't let me up." We got into it a few times. So when I moved over to Auntie Mickey's platform, it kind of got a little better. Because I've been here since the end of February. So ain't nothing happened that I don't know about. I'm through the whole thing. So anyway, let's move it on up to, I'm gonna start here though, concerning Mia. And this is in hindsight. When I look back in hindsight, she might have been passing documents, she might have been helping, but I remember when Tony was trying to solve the construction of the accident site. And he said he knew something, but he kept on ignoring the chat, ignoring us. We said, well, pull up the video, But he would always digress and go somewhere else with it. But when I talked to this girl, like months later, she told me she was right there when he was doing that. She was getting his information from her at the same time. He was lying to us, talking about he had the video. We kept on pressing him and pressing him. He said, well, next week. He was telling paperwork next week. So she was lying from the beginning. So anyway, one day, and this was my first thought when she called me. Because I support the channel. I was supporting the channel. I was sending money. I was doing things. I was sending money. And I thought that was her issue. She might have been on there, but damn, this guy got some money. Look at how he is and whatever. I thought she had looked at my page and everything. So anyway, I get a call one night. And normally I get, if I look at it and I don't see a number that I recognize, I don't answer. And this was like 10 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night. So I picked the phone up. And mind you, I don't know who Mia is. I might seen her name because some of them come and go, like Lauren Phillips.
And
Lauren C.
and Mia just was somebody that, you know, but I had seen her name in the chat, but I never, you know, she never spoke. You know, I see why she didn't. But anyway, she called, right? And I picked up the phone. I thought it was somebody else. I was talking like normal, like I knew the person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then I stopped myself. I said, by the way, who is this? I said, by the way, who is this? And she said, Mia. I said, Mia who? And she explained, right? I said, what's up? So she gave me that spiel about the missing money, some money out there somewhere.
Right.
I shut that down real quick. I said, I'm not going searching for money. I got all the money I need. I don't need to go searching for no money. And that was it. But I continued to talk to her. You know, I talked to her. She sounded kind of pleasant. You know, so we talked. And it went on. We talked for about a month or two, maybe a month or two. And
about a month. Yeah, it was about a month.
It was a month. I talked to her about a month.
It was a while. It was a while.
Yeah, I was talking to her like every day, if not every other day. And so we got to talking, just talking about just normal stuff. And before I told her, I said, yeah, because I think you had called. And I was on the phone with her at the time. And I told her, I said, no, I think the next day or the day before, I said, go and tell, no, you had called, right while you was in the call. I said, go and tell me, I can make it that week that I'm talking to you. You know, and then she said, no. She said, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that and this and that. But she eventually, you called again the next day or something. And I don't know if you remember this, but I remember everything. All three of us was on a three-way together.
But did she tell you to mute?
No, she never told me. Nope. This is the strange thing. When I get to this, I'm gonna get to more, right? So we got to talking, you know, and talking. And like I said, she seemed pleasant. Conversation. So my antennas went up when she said, you know, don't tell Auntie Mickey. And I'm like, why not? You know, they my friends. I ain't got no damn secrets. And we kept going. So eventually you got on there one day while I was on the phone. You called when I was on the phone and she passed it through. So all three of us was on the phone together. I forgot what we was talking about.
But I don't remember talking to you and her at the same time.
I remember.
So what were we talking? We wasn't talking about.
That's what I'm trying to remember what we was talking about. But it was something that we were talking about. I can't remember what it was.
Because she had a habit of telling people to mute their phone.
No, she never. That's a strange thing.
She never had you mute.
Man, that shit was crazy on me. I couldn't believe what she was doing. I was like, what the? And I was puzzled. So one day, this when all that Jackson stuff was coming up. Right. She was, you know, she told me about all that, sent me all the pictures. And then she was talking about the bodyguard. I mean, evidently she knew it. She must have been good as hell to set that up. But anyway, the bodyguard would call instead of her muting me, like you said, mute me, because I didn't want to hear it. I could care less. But she would let me stay on the phone.
But did she tell you to mute? Did she tell you to mute and not say nothing?
Never.
Okay.
No. I wasn't gonna say nothing nowhere. She didn't never tell me don't say nothing. But I just didn't say nothing. Because I've been on the phone with her twice when she would
talking to somebody
Michael
else.
Jackson. I don't know who the hell it was, but I know she was. He called in. He would call in, and he knew everything. He knew, you know, how he was talking about how because Reby Jackson and the bodyguard had an incident or something, and then she said, "When the last time you talked to Reby?" And then he said, "Don't even bring that up because we not doing. I seen it one time and it wasn't pleasant and this and that and this and that." I'm steady on the phone, just listening to them talk.
Exactly.
Yeah, this was it. Yeah, and then again, it happened another time. You know. Then in my mind, I'm saying, "Why this girl ain't mute me?" You know, I don't. You know, this ain't got nothing to do with me. And then she would show me all the pictures, and then
she wanted you to hear. She wanted you to hear.
But see, the thing about it, what happened was another thing that kind of threw my antennas up. Right, I'm 68 years old. I'm not gonna sit here, you know. If we talk from, I said, won't you FaceTime me?
Right.
So I was trying to make sure who it was I was talking to. So I kept on mentioning it, and I was sliding in suddenly, FaceTime. So I never forget it. It was Father's Day. It was Father's Day.
June.
Yeah. It was Father's Day. So I'm in the house and I hear the video thing go on, and it's her.
Huh. Okay.
It was her. She had a blue Jaguar, and but she didn't stay on there long. But I seen it in a picture that she was in with the Jackson. It was her.
Right.
It was her.
I have
on
that same
FaceTime.
picture.
Yeah, but it was her on FaceTime. I seen her live on FaceTime.
Right.
But it was only for a minute. It was only for a minute. So, and I thought she was going to continue the conversation, or FaceTime or do it again. So the next day, she said, "Well, I'm not comfortable doing the FaceTime and blah blah this, blah blah that." Then my antennas went up again. I said, "Look, I had it in my mind already. I'm not dealing with this, man. I'm not, I'm not no kids. What are you hiding that you can't talk to me?" Because the way the conversation had been flowing, I didn't see nothing wrong. So that's when she started telling me about she was working with Tony. She was there the night before he went to Atlanta. When we kept on pressing him about that video that he claimed he had, but she didn't have it together at the time because she was on the phone when we was on the chat. She was on the phone the whole time that we was on the chat.
Wow.
And she knew about the Atlanta incident. She knew all that because she told me.
She knew about everything because they were talking. They were still, they were kicking it behind the scenes.
Yeah, but she told me she got to complaining. I don't know what he did or what happened, but he got to complaining about Jess, where he paying Jess and all this blah 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 and all this. And I said, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
So she knew all about that too. Wow.
Yeah. She told me all that.
She knew about a lot of stuff, didn't she?
And then she look. I don't know what she posted. She said she do something like help people get their apartments back or buildings back or something she was doing. And it was in Chicago. So she supposedly posted went to Chicago and she had that guy. Look, she had that guy. Now this is her personal business.
Right.
So then in hindsight, I'm saying she was conning the whole time. Why would you have me on your phone? And it never muted me. Telling this guy talking money and what he got to do. I got to fly to Chicago to meet with the lawyers and the guys telling, and then I look at it, that shit was a whole facade.
Exactly. And see,
but because
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, because she kept me on the phone. She kept me on the phone. So,
and she did the same thing with me.
Yeah, then sooner she supposed to left on a Wednesday, right? And then she went ghost. I didn't, she called when she wanted, whenever. And she supposed to came back like Monday. So I called, this was a Saturday morning. And she called. I said, yeah, how's Chicago? When you coming back? And she said, I'm home. She said, I'm home already, right? So I'm thinking she coming back Monday. So talk for a little bit. So what happened was the phone thing, when the FaceTime thing came, I told her, look, this is what I told her. I said, you are mysterious. I don't deal with mysterious.
Right.
I'm not, that ain't up my alley. I don't deal with mysterious. I hope you wish you have a good, life or whatever, because I'm not the one to be going through that. I'm not, I don't have time to be on YouTube talking about, some mysterious person that I don't know who it is. So I sent her that text. Then like I didn't hear from her. And she sent me a text about something. And I paid it no mind and I told her whatever. Then she sent me that text that she sent you. I know exactly who Dani Robertson is. She sent me that text. And then I sent her a text. I said, why are you telling me this? Why do I care? Why do I care? Because me and Dani fell out because of that Quan Soul. She couldn't stand me. Because I hung her. She was going at me. Dani was going at me like she was going at you. You know, so I didn't hear from her, but I seen the progression of what she was doing. You know, I'm like, this chick is crazy, man. I'm not going to fall into this.
It was very bizarre. But, you know, you just added a little bit more context to what I, you know, believed later. You know, after when you start putting stuff together after the fact, it becomes a little bit more prevalent. You know, you're able to refer back to certain things. You were talking about being on the phone with her, and she would have conversations with other people while you're on the phone, and she's got you sitting there listening. Okay.
Yeah, they never said mute your phone or wait a minute, I'll call you back. She'll get me right on the phone.
Well, but see,
every time
she was connecting. You could hear the entire conversation, and that was the whole point.
Clean,
she wanted you to hear what she was talking about and who she was talking to. And she did the same thing with me. The only difference is that she asked me to mute my phone so they couldn't hear me. Okay. And that happened the very first day that I talked to her when she called Tony. This is why I know that they were working together, because she says, I'm about to make a phone call. I need you to mute your phone. I'm like, wow, okay. She says, make sure you're muted because I don't want this person to hear you. She calls somebody and Tony picked up the phone.
Oh, wow.
It was Tony. And she's, you know how pleasant she sounded, you know.
Yeah, that's why I talked to her.
Very pleasant. And she was saying to him, you know, I really wanted to meet Auntie Mickey. And, you know, but you for some reason you don't. He said, fuck that bitch. And she says, oh, Tony, you can't talk like that. If we're going to have any kind of relationship, you're going to have to be real with me and tell me why you're saying that about her. What did she do? I don't want to talk about it. Because, see, everything that you guys heard on the platform was the DJ with the smooth voice. But I heard a different side of him. Just like we heard the day that he came back from Maggie's channel after being run off by Ralph. When he came in here and I pulled him up on the platform and I said, hello. And he said, y'all hear me? And I said, yeah. Y'all stop that shit. He turned into a totally different person. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I mean, and I went ham on him. I'm like, no. You're not going to come up here talking that shit up in here. This is not the house for that. So, in other words, what I'm trying to say is that the mysterious woman was conducting conversations with other people and having us listen. She did it with Tony. Matter of fact, let me give you the rest of the conversation if you haven't heard it already. She was trying to get out of him why he was so upset with me. Now, mind you, I've already cut ties with him publicly. Okay? And, excuse me, he couldn't give her a reason as to why he wouldn't allow her to meet me. And it's funny, you brought up the 911 tape for Angie Stone, right? And he had us all waiting for it. She said that she was there with him the entire time. Okay?
Right.
Well, as she's talking to him on the phone, and she's saying, what did Auntie Mickey do to you to make you so upset with her? I don't want to talk about it. She says, well, Tony, if you want this 911 tape that I have, you're going to tell me what happened. And he says, I don't want to talk about it. She says, well, I just won't send you the tape. So finally he buckled down and he says, you just don't understand. This is okay. She says, what did she do to you? He said to her, I heard it out of with my own ears. He said that bitch was the one that wrote the letter to the Stellar Awards. And so she says, she wrote a letter to the Stellar Awards about you? And he said, yes, she did. She's a traitor. Yeah, he called me a traitor too. And I'm sitting there listening to this dude lie through his gums, okay, that I wrote this letter. And I'm almost tickled because I know who wrote the letter. We all know who wrote the letter.
Yeah.
But he actually was acting like she didn't know. And I guess at the time, maybe she didn't know. Who knows? But the fact still remains is that he tried to say that I wrote the letter. And she says, well, I tell you what, send me the letter. I want to see the letter. And he says, no, I'm not sending you the letter. I'm not sending you the letter. She says, well, why not? You said Auntie Mickey wrote the letter to the Stellar Awards. I would like to see the letter. And of course, there was no letter to send because I didn't write it. But she basically held that 911 tape as hostage, saying, if you want this 911 tape, you're going to send me that letter. So this is the kind of woman we were dealing with. And I don't know if he was aware that I was on the phone and this was all a play or what. I don't know. But it was just, it was weird. In retrospect, it was weird. The fact that she didn't want me to know that she was in contact with Charles Spears, that was a red flag. And the fact that
I questioned her.
When she dropped that lawsuit in my lap, the way she did, and I was excited about it. I'm like, oh my God, I have Maggie's lawsuit. And she sent me Danny's as well. And I'm like trying to figure out, where's Maggie's? Because I can see Danny's. You can click on a link and look at it. But she writes me back, Maggie's is a PDF file. Okay. A PDF file, which means it hasn't been filed yet. Am I right? That's right. The first thing that came to mind. This hasn't been filed yet, but I stopped and I was really excited. I was going to go live with it. I'm serious. I was going to go live with it. I got Maggie's lawsuit. Ding-a-ling. But something stopped me. I said, wait a minute. This feels like a setup. Because that's exactly how it felt. It felt like a setup. Why is she dropping this in my lap? Because she was always behaving as though she was helping me. And all the while, she's working behind the scenes with him. At his behest.
Yeah, because, when I look back at Maggie and what Polly said, Maggie lazy as hell. She don't know how to do none of that. She don't know how to do none of that. Mm-hmm. So evidently, she got to have somebody that she know can do this stuff.
Yep.
And if I'm just a theory. And Tony, if she in the cahoots with Tony some kind of way, Tony send that girl Mia to Maggie.
Yep. Absolutely. Matter of fact, she was the weakest link. Just like Danny said. She was the weakest link. Maggie was the one that would compromise any kind of integrity, any kind of morals to get what she wants as long as it benefits her. And this is the same bitch that is dragging me to this day. Oh, she knew about Tony being an essayer or Quiet Storm being an essayer and yada, 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 yada. But bitch, you working behind the scenes with him now. Even if it's not right this moment, you're dragging me all this time, but you were working behind the scenes with Mia.
I don't understand? Unless I didn't give her enough time. I don't understand what was her end games, because she never asked me for money.
Nope.
She never asked me for no money. Then
Nope.
my thought was like, Tony got her. She called me for a reason.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
And I never figured that out. Maybe I cut her off too quick.
Maybe.
Ain't give her time.
But you know what? Everything done in the dark will come out in the light. Yeah, I'm a firm believer of that. So, you know, I don't know if I really don't recall if I even shared this on my live yesterday. But she also wrote, uh-oh, did you hear that? That echo? She also wrote emails to YouTube. 3 of them. Now, she don't have nothing to do with him, but she's still advocating for Tony with YouTube. One of
Recently?
These were dated in June.
Oh, okay.
Before I cut her off. Or before she cut me off, let's just say that. Because when I asked her about Maggie's lawsuit and asked her, where did you get this from? That's when she flipped. I've been doing this for 20 years, and no one has ever questioned me on where I get my information from. She was very offended that I asked her where she got that from. But you're a researcher. Why would you be offended? Well, why you should be offended is because you didn't get it from a website. You had to be involved with the creation of that document in order for you to have the PDF. That's why she was offended. She didn't want anybody to know that she got it from Maggie, or that she helped her create it, or whatever the case may be. But the fact still remains is that those two, and let me also interject, she is not an employee of Quiet Storm. Because that broke MF couldn't pay for attention. He couldn't pay attention.
He didn't pay her no money because she was complaining about it.
She complained about doing his research and not getting any money in exchange. She was going in her own pocket. So she could have easily been a woman scorned, trying to get back at him. But the way things were going after that, why, if you're that discombobulated about him, if you're a woman scorned, why are you sending emails to YouTube? I mean, going in for him. Let me pull this up. Let me pull one up. Let me see if I can pull this up for y'all. Now, I don't want to dox her.
Oh, you know what I missed out too? I got to tell y'all this also. So her name's supposed to be Mia, right? And I'm thinking that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
So I started thinking about that. So I got to her phone number and I started tracking her phone number. And she told me she lives in Charleston, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And I tracked the phone number back to Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa. What did she tell me? That she was working for something, foreign lead, some damn body. That she traveled around and something. And her name was, damn, I forgot her name. I got her name and everything, her real name.
Yeah, well, we ain't going to dox her. We're not going to dox her.
No, I ain't going to say nothing, but look, I questioned her too.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I ain't got no cut card. I said, out of the blue, right? I said, what's your real name? I said, why your phone number in this person's name?
Mm-hmm.
And she told me gave me some shit. I don't know. I forgot what she told me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went that far.
Well, I tried to find her too, and I ran into a brick wall. But
yeah, she said she was in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah, and it was an Iowa.
Yeah, but it was an Iowa number.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to pull something up for here for y'all to see. Here's just one example of the email that she wrote YouTube. This one is dated June 1st. This is the one I couldn't find, y'all. The subject is YouTube, this is so unacceptable. June 1st, 2025, regarding YouTuber content creator Quiet Storm FM, Tony Burrows. Dear YouTube executives, 2 weeks ago, I reported my complaint and concern on the YouTube content creators listed below. Madgie the Black Owl, Dani Robertson and their other 10 channels on YouTube, Paperwork Party TV. It saddens me to have to reach out to the YouTube executive team, watch them, and allow the adult cyberbullying attack on Quiet Storm and a few other subscribers to happen on their dime. Quiet Storm is a registered SEX offender that Stone Paxton went on his live a month or so ago and presented this personal and private information to his platform. Let me interject right here. When you are a registered SEX offender, you ain't got no personal private information. This is public information. This was dated June 1st.
Okay, I was still talking to her then.
June 1st. She wrote this particular email to
Wow,
YouTube.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Now, this says this personal and private information to his platform while everyone at that time had their minds on the topic justice for Angie Stone. Quiet Storm is a radio broadcaster and he's a great research developer. That ain't what she said to me. She said she was doing it all for him. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Yeah, because she told me around that same time that why was she right there? And she was telling me all kinds of stuff she ain't like and what he was doing and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. The other creators apparently became envy of his accomplishments and researching. Of course, I personally helped Quiet Storm with a great deal of his research. I am a research developer and I've been doing research for over 20 years. Anyway, the three named content creators apparently not aware of the policy and guidelines set forth by YouTube. While they're so into the paycheck coming in, they all started to bully, harass, and ... Under the general terms of service for YouTube, the community guidelines specify the types of content that are prohibited, which are divided into the following 5 categories. Boy, she riding hard for dude, okay? Spam and deceptive practices, sensitive content, violent or dangerous content, regulated goods, misinformation. This is so against your policy guidelines, YouTube. So why is this still happening to this content creator, Quiet Storm? As for Paperwork Party TV, he went on his platform yesterday and he demanded Quiet Storm to resign. He felt that because Dani Robertson and Maggie the Black Owl is using their platform to cyberbully Quiet Storm, he feels that Quiet Storm should no longer be part of the justice for Angie Stone's sector. Who does he think he is? He doesn't run anything but his mouth. I've enclosed screenshots showing that another content creator cannot ask another content creator to step down. Maggie the Black Owl. This young lady is using her platform for the paycheck as well. Not only is she cyberbullying Quiet Storm, she and Dani Robertson is constantly pulling up court documents on Quiet Storm and presenting them on their platform. I've present a few links for you to view, just to name a few. There's many too many to list. Enough is enough, YouTube. And here are the links.
That shit, wow.
Dani Robertson, aka ... She is using over 10 different platforms and making money off all of them. I reported my findings to YouTube. So far, nothing's been done because she's still cyberbullying Quiet Storm. This content creator, along with Maggie the Black Owl, is constantly embarrassing, harassing and abusing their platform to discuss Quiet Storm's past that happened in 2019. Dani Robertson called Quiet Storm the N-word and B several times on one platform. Yes, he is a registered SEX offender, but he doesn't use his platform to discuss nothing but the justice for Angie Stone. Quiet Storm is forever passionate about the other content creators who obviously on YouTube for the paycheck. They will say whatever and however they want and think they can get away with it because YouTube haven't banned nor stopped them from the cyberbullying that's partaking towards Quiet Storm. And there's more links. And then she starts going in about paperwork party, something he said at 55.42, request that Quiet Storm step down and resign from YouTube, so much more saga. Okay, so that's that particular email that she sent to YouTube. Okay. So that's just one example. That's the first email. And I believe I put the other two on a previous live stream. I'm not going to pull them up tonight because I might end up screwing something up. So, but I'm saying all this to say this, is that although she was not an employee, so to speak, in terms of receiving a check, she was working on his behalf. And these emails, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not riding or dying for nobody that I'm not dealing with on a regular basis. As a matter of fact, I want to say one of those emails started out when she sent it to me at the end of the month, because these were done toward the beginning of June. This one was June 1st. I think another one was the 7th, and the next one was maybe the 8th or something like that. But they were very close in the time span. And the last one that she sent was, she said, I know you're shaking your head, but I had to send this one as well. I'm shaking my head because you're giving me, you're trying to play off to me that you don't deal with the man no more, but this is how you ride or die for him. You're not dealing with him, but you're writing YouTube to advocate for him. Something ain't right. And then she's reaching out to Charles Spears to have some kind of a relationship, so to speak. Having him listening to phone calls, and he could hear the phone calls going on. She did the same shit with me. Mute your phone. Mute your phone. It's weird. But it's definitely, this woman definitely played a game.
So you say in Dani's live, she's resurfaced, or this is something they think is going on?
No. In Dani's live, see, Dani did
this is
not.
4 hours. I don't even want to go through all
yeah,
this.
Dani. I sent this stuff to Dani a long time ago. I sent her the lawsuit. The lawsuit is what really, that was the final straw with me when she flipped on me when I asked her where she got it from. And I reached out to Dani back then, but Dani wasn't dealing with Madgie, so she didn't pay it no mind. Fast forward, someone tells Dani that she is being accused of doctoring up that very lawsuit that I presented, and I'm being accused of doctoring up or creating that fake lawsuit of Dani's. I mean, Maggie's. This thing. Let me pull it up. I think this is the unread. I want to make sure that this is the unredacted one. I pulled it up yesterday. I don't want. Okay, this is the redacted one. Okay, let me share this. Uh-oh, wrong one. Okay. This is, once again, the document that Mia sent to me on the 27th of June. This is the document. And this right here is Dani's case number. And if you take a look at this paperwork, you can tell that there's pieces missing. Let me pull up Dani's as well, so you can get an idea as to what Dani's looked like and what Maggie's looked like. The bottom line is that Maggie was using Dani's lawsuit as a template to create her own. And in order for her to do that, she'd sent this or received it from Mia. Her and Mia were in contact, Charles. That's what I'm saying. Maggie and Mia were on the phone, communicating. This is how this was created. And I don't think Maggie's smart enough to do this on her own. However, Mia was. Let me pull up Dani's real quick. Okay, I don't want to. How did I do this yesterday? This is Dani's. Okay, if you look at this, there's the same case number. See that circled 9 and these initials? You see that circled 9 and the initials right there? And it says filed June 17, 2025. Clerk, U.S. District Court, North District of California. And there's the CB 255111 number. Okay, let's jump back to Maggie's. The difference is that this is different. United States District Court, Northern District of California, San Francisco Division. Same damn case number up here with that same circle right here and the same number down here. Maggie did a live a while back on her platform presenting this very document to her people. And you can actually see her redacting this information right here. She's on a live redacting it. And then now, fast forward, she's trying to act like, now I remember. Oh, that was just a response. Ike said, don't underestimate the owl. Lazy people can be smart too, especially when they get others to do the work for them. Example, Polly. You got a point there. However, here's the thing about that. Now, Polly got her own demons to work with, okay? But point blank period, Maggie will use anybody to get what she wants, including someone attached to an essayer. But you seem to have a problem with me working with him with Angie Stone when all the shit broke loose and I didn't have all the information. It's hypocrisy. Hello, JoJo. So again, I wanted everybody to get some context about the researcher. The researcher.
I'm gonna drop down.
Okay, hon.
Okay,
yeah,
I'll be in the chat.
We pretty much covered everything that we needed to cover, but you guys needed to understand that this was not an employee along the lines of she's being paid by this man. No. This is a woman that he conned into helping her. But she was helping him. She was working on his behalf. Even when it came down to dealing with Maggie. So, Maggie can take this and run with it all she wants, but she's still foul. You still connected to the essayer. Point blank, period. You guys needed to know what the woman behind all this was. Jess, are you still there, love? Let me see. Vicky said she already gifted $1,000 from her subs for her lawsuit, but never filed it. Now she lying to grift another 1,000. And she's asking for 1,000 more? You got to be kidding me, Vicky. If she didn't use the first 1,000 toward this bullshit right here, what makes them think that she gonna use the second 1,000? Millionaire's Cove said, Barbara, I just said a con artist will find another con artist and hook up. And that's exactly what happened. Two cons get together and what do you get? Conned. Yep, she uses all of us for content. She uses us all for content. But see, I can rest at night. You can use me for content if you want to, but I can close my eyes and rest at night that I'm not some scammer out there perpetrating and lying to people. I have no reason to lie to people. I'm very transparent. That's part of the problem with her, is that she seems to think that she can throw stones at me because of what I've disclosed of my past. What I did in my 20s is my past, in my 20s. I'm 63 years old right now. You think I give a shit about what I was doing in my 20s? Man, please. Let's fuck the dumb shit here. She takes whatever she can and uses it against people, but I will not be deterred from that shit. Because one thing is for sure, I was on drugs, yes I was, back in my 20s. And God is good. God is good. Now, if she got a problem with God, that's between her and God. But you're not going to shame me for my past. Because my past is my testimony. This is what God brought me out of. See, she don't understand shit like that. She don't understand that we go through things for a reason. We go through things so we can help the next person coming along that might be struggling with something that they can't deal with. And if you can stand there and be a beacon of light of some kind, that's what we're here for. But if you haven't been taught that, boo-boo, you know, I'm sorry if you throwing chicken bones in the corner and whatever voodoo you doing. I don't know. Yeah, absolutely, Millionaire's Cove. She did. Hello, Marie. How are you, sweetheart? So, I'm just saying, we all have fallen short. All of us. Let me get this off the screen because I'm tired of looking at it. We all have fallen short to the glory and honor of God. Now, I'm not here to preach to y'all or anything like that, but I'm a firm believer. The older I get, I've got less time ahead of me than I have behind me. And if I'm going to help somebody, I'm going to help somebody with what I know, not what I heard. I'm not going to tell you a story about Jane Doe over here told me that they did this, that, and the other, and this is what they did to get rid of it or get out of it. No, I'm going to tell you exactly what I went through, how I fell on my knees and asked God to help me recover from what I recovered from. That's my testimony. And if she wants to ridicule me about my testimony, she can suck ass. Okay? Now, I know that don't sound all that nice, considering I'm talking about the Lord and then I'm cussing, but hey, that's just me. That's just me. Let the truth be told, shame the devil. That's just me. Okay? I fell in love with Quiet Storm. Okay, so I fell in love with a man that you then started working with. That's weird. And while my husband was there too. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess we had a threesome, huh? So I'm just saying what I'm saying. That this is a lesson to be learned, for one thing. That everything that glitters ain't gold. And she's definitely not gold. She ain't glittering either, with her musty, dusty ass. But just know that the truth always prevails. The truth always prevails. If you keep telling the truth will always prevail. That's why I appreciate Dani. Dani goes with the receipts and nothing but the receipts. I don't always have receipts, but I got plain and common sense too. And if you put plain and common sense with the receipts, you can come up with the correct deduction. So, introduction to Mia. That was our introduction to Mia. She played a good game. It didn't last. Hello, Prophetic Proverbs. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. So, like I said, you guys got the story. You know how she came into our lives. She played a game, and it's my opinion. It's just my opinion. I believe that she was sent this way by him. Because ain't nobody gonna deal with him head on. I'm not. Maggie's not. Dani's not. But they'll deal with the researcher. She'll deal with the researcher. See, she came to me on a different level. Because I'm not working with her to help Tony. But Maggie had an ulterior motive. She needed help. She needed help with her funky ass lawsuit. And now she's trying to pull it off as though, oh, that was a response to Dani's lawsuit. Bullshit. That is BS. That was a lawsuit that you started back in June. Matter of fact, now that it's how many pages is it now? 400 and something pages. So you've been adding on to this lawsuit. Yeah, the lawsuit don't exist, not in the court. But trust and believe, she's working. She told her people she's working on a lawsuit. What, did she tear up the first one and start a new one? I doubt it. I doubt that very seriously. So, like I said, you guys have the story. You have the full context of her attachment to him. She Paint said, hey y'all, Auntie. What the? I forgot we was playing basketball in OKP's chat. Good to see you, She Paints. Welcome to the platform, love. But again, I hope you guys have a little bit clearer understanding. I needed to give my perspective about her. Okay? And you combine that with what Dani has presented. Maggie, she ain't got much time left. These people are going to be falling away from her. I believe she's going to be falling. People are already leaving her. Starting with Polly, And like I said, Polly got her own demons to work with and be held accountable for. Oh, you're welcome, Vicky. You're welcome. Polly's got her own demons to work with, and the other people that are still there, they're falling off like flies. I don't know what happened last night, I'm hoping and praying some of these people, or if not all of them, their eyes have been opened. I'm praying that they do so, because if you guys ain't figured it out by now, you little owls, she is ripping you off blind. Oh, thank you so much, Marie. Thank you. Jojo said, that is BS. You don't change the plaintiff and the defendant. It remains the same, and you don't add on defendants like she did. And you don't need no $1,000 to defend the case. Exactly. But like she tried to play stupid on the last live. She's, oh, that was a response. Oh, I remember now. I remember now. Oh, that was a response. No, it wasn't. It was a lawsuit that you were compiling a lawsuit, and you were using Dani's lawsuit as the template. Maybe she should look up the word template so she can have an understanding of what that means. You were using Dani's lawsuit as a template because your fat, lazy ass can't get no help on your own. Heifer. I'm sick of her. I just had a little Dani outburst. I'm sorry. Yeah, she don't remember. She didn't remember. Oh, I didn't. I remember now. Yeah, now that your ass is being held to the fire. Now that your ass is being held to the fire, now you have no other alternative but to come up with another lie. And that lie is not going to fly. Your dusty ass. Stank on you. We need to start calling her by her other name, too. What was it? Not stank on you. It had something to do with fish. Somebody help me out. What was that name? What was that name we gave her? Oh, it started with an S. Sardinia. Sardinia in the house. Sardinia. She gonna be flying with the fishies in a minute because she gonna be in dead water. Sardinia. You in a dead zone. You in a lake all by yourself. You in an ocean all by yourself soon. Your little minions or whatever, your owls or whatever you call them, they gonna be up and out of there in a minute. And if they stick around, then damn it, they deserve every last bit of what you give them. And that's the shaft. And I'm not talking about a man shaft. I know you want one of them too. Go ahead and take your phone downstairs with Meech's picture on it and do what you usually do to it. You go on and do that. Meech is a creep. No, he's not a creep. Mud maggot. Yeah, that's what she is. She said Meech is a creep. She said that King Payne sent Meech, the predator, is what she referred to him, after her. Heifer, are you crazy? You reached out to Meech to help you get your channel back. That's a fact. Exactly, A. She reached out to Meech, but now that everybody knows that, he did an adult thing that another adult person would probably do in exchange, now she want to make him off like a creep, when I bet you didn't delete it. Daddy. He said, call me now. Call me daddy. Okay, daddy. She going downstairs every night with that phone. Oh, daddy. Oh, daddy. Oh, daddy. The fuck out of here. Absolutely. She thought Diane. She really did. Just hot flash and said, bottom barrel intelligence. Let them continue to be scammed and stay stupid. Absolutely. If that's what you want, go for it. You have my blessing. You have my blessing. So, with all that said, let the owl go off into the woods or wherever she does her little hoot nanny shit. And take your phone with you, because ain't nobody else out there wants you, baby. I'm going to tell you that now. There's no other people, no other men, women, nothing. They wouldn't mess with you with somebody else's dick. Come on. That's ugh. Trying to look sexy on camera. Pull your shirt up. Don't all that linebacker chest you got out there. Come on. Pull your shirt up. Don't nobody want to see all that. Just take it downstairs to the basement with your phone. Take it down there and get your rocks off. As you probably have been doing, allegedly. See, I can say allegedly. You say things about me as though they're fact. I'm not saying they're fact, but I'm just saying it's a possibility that you getting your rocks off on that phone. Oh, Meech, I wish. Diane said she'll be out there saying, who? And I'll talk. We next. Next sitting on her. You guys are awful, and I love it. You know what, Smokey? Absolutely, you're correct. She makes it difficult for victims like me to believe when she's throwing such salacious lies, and that is absolutely correct. Have some respect. In this situation, at least, have some respect for the victim. You're out here saying all this bullshit, but you've never reached out to the victim in this situation. That's always bothered me about her. She's never, not one time has she uttered the word daughter or Smokey or, whatever. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Not one time. Not one time. Because it's just content. She don't care. She's not trying to reach out to nobody and give them any kind of condolences of any kind that happened to them. But she'll sit there and use it as content on Dani's coattails. On Dani's coattails. Everything that Dani and this is just, I don't know everything because I didn't see everything at first. But from what I understand, anytime Dani came out with something, here she come up with the same shit. You're a content stealer. You steal people's content because from what I understand, your lazy ass don't do research. But she says she does research about stuff that she cares about. Well, you didn't do research on that. And you said you care about it. Exactly, JoJo. Now that's a good point right there. You reached out to the perpetrator and allowed him on your platform. But you never reached out to the victim. Never reached out to the victim. Shame on you. And you claim to be an essayer. A victim of an essayer. That's what you claim. I'm not saying you lying and I'm not saying you telling the truth. But your actions in this respect are pretty fucked up. So, without going off into all of that, I'm definitely not going to question if she's telling the truth about that. That's not my business. If she says she was, then I got to take her word for it. But you certainly don't act like you been in that position. You don't act like it. You don't act like it at all. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut this live short because I think I'm going to follow Charles. Charles said, good night, time to hit the casino. I might just do the same thing. Let me see. Marie says, Auntie Mickey, I was talking to my mom and she told me the sea hit America, Black America. And exactly, it did. Then the UK, people wasn't educated on it and thought it was like we just heartbreaking. And she's absolutely right, Marie. That was something that was planted into the Black community back in the 80s. And it was devastating. I have a lot of friends that I went to high school with that didn't make it through that time. And to ridicule someone who's been in a dark place like that at a time when your ass wasn't even around, that's cruel. That's cruel. But now, hey, if we want to go tit for tat, I can talk about your alcoholic ass on your platform every day, throwing up shots like it's nothing. But I ain't gonna do that. You show that yourself. I don't have to talk about it. Everybody sees you doing it every doggone day you go live. Especially when you're pressed. When she's pressed, boy, she's tossing them back. Get that water bottle and sip. Man, who you fooling? Do you need an intervention, Maggie? Do you need an intervention? Are you an alcoholic? See, you want to ridicule me because of something I overcame in the 80s, but you are alky right now. Right now. How would I look ridiculing you? Go get you some help. That's what I'm going to say. I try to be a compassionate person, even to those that are not compassionate toward me. So let me just say this to you, Magdalena. I don't like you, but you are a human being. And I want you to get better, because maybe if you get better, your personality will fall suit and you'll do the same. Get some help. You need some help. It's clear to the entire YouTube public that views your lives that you have a problem. And I'm hoping and praying that you get help. Because, young lady in your 30s, you keep on with it. You talk about me being old. Hell, at least I don't look like you. I look younger than you, and I'm 63. And a new wig, yes. Investments are important. Invest in a new wig and get them edges fixed, please. Them chaotic edges. Man. Ping, 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 ping. Come on. Get you some help. Get your edges done. Get a new wig. And you might feel brand new. And you won't be so bitter and mean. And maybe you'll get some real content. Do a live. Yeah, do a live. I'm going to take this day to change my life and do a live. Do a vlog. Do a vlog. Carry your phone with you. This is how I'm going to change my life. And I guarantee you, lots of people are going to watch. You want to make that YouTube money? Do something constructive, because this beefing back and forth ain't going to last. It ain't going to last. Thank you, Sheep Hates. But you guys see what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Put a 1 in the chat that maybe if she took a positive step to get help, to change her outlook, maybe not, Lady Letitia, but I tell you what, it's worth a try. Okay? It's worth a try Take the time to make a change in your life, because right now it ain't looking too great right now. It's not looking too great. You have an education that's beneficial to you. You seem to have a good family backing you, I guess. I don't know nothing about your family, nor do I care. Your mother loves you, okay? There's something right there. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for mama. Do it, please. Get some help. Use your education. Take some of that anger that you have and flip it around and do something special for yourself and make yourself a better person. Try to make yourself a better person. If you find yourself being a better person, you might even be able to find some real content out there instead of sitting up in that house talking shit, using everybody that you can, including your people. You use them for money, you use them for content. That's true, Charles. And incidentally, Charles, she seems to think that she's going to get you up on the platform to interview. Just thought I'd give you a heads up. Good luck. Good luck on that one. Anger management classes. Exactly. There's so many things. There's so many things out there that she could take advantage of. Honestly. I don't know what happened in your life as a child, but boy, I tell you, you are miserable and you don't have to be that way. You don't. You don't have to be that way. I don't know if they picked on you because you got a Thomas the Train face. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. But you've carried it over into your 30s, and now is the time to start fixing it before it's too late. Anyway, y'all, I have held you long enough. She just a mean girl, I know. But even mean girls need love, and that means self-love. She's got to love herself. She's got to love herself. And until she does so, she's going to continue to behave in this manner on YouTube, and it could be to her detriment. If you ain't got no audience, what's the point? Why be on YouTube if you're gonna run your audience away like that, with all that negativity, all that vitriol that you spew out, all that stupid bitch? And I mean, that gets old after a while. Every day it's the same crap every day. Stupid bitch, fuck you. Stupid bitch, fuck you. You sound like a fucking parrot. Stupid bitch, fuck you. Stupid bitch, fuck you. I hate your words are even. I hate. You do hate. It shows. Go find you a church or something. Go somewhere and really meditate. Get spiritual. If you can dig deep enough, get spiritual and clean your act up. Your act sucks. It really does. I'm here to tell you. Hi, you don't know our language? Okay, so maybe you might go to a language you know. But hello. I don't know if you even understand what I just said. But hi, I don't know your language. Welcome. But find another chat that you can interact with, because I'm not trying to figure out what you're talking about. Anyway, You guys, I'm going to end this live right now and get ready to get up out of here. But you guys have a wonderful evening. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Just pray for the heifer. Just throw some prayers up for Lord, help her. In the name of Jesus, Lord, help this woman, because she is definitely in need, and only you can fix that. With all said, I'm out.
Hey there, my kinfolk, thanks for stopping by. Auntie Mickey's house, where we reach for the sky. Every comment and smile, you make my heart glow. Together we're strong, together we grow. From gossip to politics, we cover it all. Sharing laughs and thoughts, having a ball. Your support means everything that I know. Feels like family here in this sweet show. So let's keep it flowing, keep the love alive. Every moment together makes me thrive. You're more than viewers, you're my kinfolk. You see, my gratitude runs deep as the sea. Thank you for being here, for sharing your time with each comment, with each rhyme. You're my kinfolk, my family, my crew. So much love to all of you. Turn up the camera, let's make it bright. Your support lifts me up, takes flight.